Straight No Chaser.
Simone Biles says that she had to drop out of first. She dropped out of the team competition at the Olympics, and then she dropped out of the individual competition at the Olympics due to basically not. She said, I don't want to quote her, but she said basically, I'm not in the right headspace. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I'm not mentally where I need to be in order to compete at the level I need to compete at. So I need to sit down and do what I need to do. And it's caused immense uproar on both sides of it. Some people feel like she's 100% correct and she should be taking care of her mental health and blase Skippy. And other people feel like, no, she let the team down. She's supposed to be the greatest. She says she's the GOAT, womp. So I wanted to kind of get some feedback from y'all. How do y'all feel about that? You know what I'm saying? This is the Olympics, major, huge competition. She is the GOAT. She is the greatest gymnast, the greatest at what she does. And for her to not be a part of the team definitely is going to have some kind of impact. I believe that they won anyway. I think they won the team, and then like the individual was also an American.
Russia,
so in the end,
they got a silver.
They got
I might
silver.
be wrong. I might be wrong.
Yeah,
I
think Russia won gold.
Yeah,
perhaps. Anyway, so what do y'all think about that whole situation?
ain't no problem with it, man. Listen,
I ain't got no problem with it either.
in the area that we live in right now, what she did is acceptable. When we grew up, people before us, it would be completely unacceptable for somebody to essentially withdraw or what some people would say quit on your team. But at the end of the day, you are accountable to yourself and your family. At the end of the day, you play in the sport, but that ain't your family, that ain't you. And if you feel like that is a time for you to pull out of some event, some competition, because of whatever mental stress that you are under, do you.
Yeah,
if anybody pissed off about it, welcome.
Right, because I saw Greg's comment. Like
I know that's my man. I was about to say something on
Flip.
that.
I saw your comment.
Flip, you can fight yourself because I ain't about to fight you. I'm just gonna tell you how it is.
Yeah, and then you got to take into consideration what she's going through. Like V put it out there. They call it the twisties.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't like you just throwing a ball through a hoop on a ball court. Like once you go airborne, if you don't know where your body is in relation to the floor and everything else, you do risk serious damage, paralysis, even death coming down the wrong way. And if you got to check out of that, I'm sorry, ain't none of it's worth it.
See, I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence with it. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess because I'm looking at it from an old school perspective, like totally. All right, let me put it this way. My first caveat statement is take care of you first. Take care of you first. Fuck what everybody else says. Take care of you first. But then on the flip side, I know when it comes to teammates and athletes, and especially on a stage like the Olympics, like, and maybe it's not even the same comparison, but I've seen motherfuckers running in marathons, dehydrated, about to fucking die, and they still running on, and they crawling. Like they could easily just walk up and stop. They was crawling. Y'all probably seen the post where the dad came and was running with him. We've heard greats like Michael. We've heard of greats like Michael Jordan and play with broken legs and arms and whatever the fuck it is, injuries that the normal person. I'm not being that extra like broken legs, but you know what I'm saying? Injuries where the average motherfucker would have been like, I'm not playing, and they still pushed on for the betterment of the team. So that's why I'm like, I told you take care of you first. But when you see some cats like that, come on, like
I think. But if you're
that's not her.
Yeah, if you're connecting that to what she is doing, I mean, it's not the same thing.
It ain't the same, bro. And first of all, nobody should be mad unless her team is upset. The people who she was supposed to be competing with, if they ain't got a problem with it, who the hell is anybody else to be upset about it?
See, we have.
My bad. Now Rose just cleared it up for me right there.
She's done that before.
No, Rose. Oh, my bad. I didn't know that. So okay,
I'll take a broken bone in her foot, and she won gold last time. I mean, come on.
Okay. By all means, I'll take everything I just said back. See, I didn't know that. That's the way I was looking at it. Like, so never mind. I take that back. Thank you, Rose.
I mean, how far are we willing to go with this? Because it's interesting to me how society is like changing, and it's changing very rapidly in a whole lot of different ways. Scottie Pippen in that game back in the day was like, yo, I got a headache. I cannot play because Phil Jackson.
That wasn't a problem.
It was a major problem. He has never lived that down.
It wouldn't be a problem right now. It's no different than people.
I don't know, man. I think it's different for men and women.
People in football used to play with concussions.
Right.
Now they sit out games. They have to take a seat. People in basketball, if they get hit in the head, they don't go back in the game. Society is changing. And the reality of it is people like us, people older than us, need to adjust the expectations for people younger than us. It's a whole different dynamic. It's a whole different generation. Let me finish. Let me finish. Hashtag, let me finish.
Let me start my
It's
phone.
a whole different era. So we need to figure out how to accept what these young people are doing and say, you know what? That's on them. If her teammates, the people who she worked out with, she trains with, if they are cool with it, who the hell are you, Greg, whoever else that says, you know what, she quit. I would tell them that I would bend over, pull my booty cheek out, and say, kiss my black ass.
I agree with you, Greg.
Hold on a second.
Society
go ahead, Rob. Go ahead, Rob.
Weak.
That's a black
Society is
statement.
now society. There was something that
We
that
are,
was,
yo.
there
We
was
are,
something that,
yo.
no,
We
listen.
are.
There was. Can I listen? There was something that was said to me in one of my high school or middle school classes back in the day. They was talking about how you can always tell the level of society by the viciousness of its sport, of its pastimes, of its, like, if you see that people just don't give a damn in sports, then more likely than not, that society is on its way down. And when you start thinking about gladiators fighting each other to the death, you start thinking about people fighting animals and lions, and for the sport, they're on its way down. What we have done is we've turned that around now, where society is starting to take care of the people and protect the people who are doing these sports, as opposed to saying we're going to sacrifice you. I mean, like to KG's point with the concussion piece, even when you don't think it was concussed, even when the team and the coaches didn't see nothing, you now have in the NFL people who are watching the game, who are seeing every play, who was like, wait, pull that dude, pull him to the side. I think he might have a concussion. And there are no symptoms. We have now got to take care of the people who are doing these sports, because sports are great for enjoyment and folks get paid for all that foolishness, but it's still a game. No one should lose their life or sacrifice their health.
I love y'all, man.
Let me go ahead and jump in real quick. Let's say this. Lest we forget, she's a black woman. Black women are going to be the reason that they save the world. So far be it we question the judgment of a black woman who says, you know what? I'm going to take a pause for the cause, woosah, and take care of me. It sounds very weak, in my opinion, to attack that woman, because
I'm not talking about her. I'm not.
She knows herself best.
Right.
As Neil said repeatedly, Neil was like, she can do whatever she wanted to do. They have said repeatedly, she's allowed to make whatever little decision she needs to make. Regardless, she's already proven herself. She's already won the gold medals. She's already got all the accolades. If she don't want to damn compete for whatever reason, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, or whatever, she's absolutely right. You need to hit the bench, let somebody who does want that spot get in there and compete and do what they got to do. So we're not saying that. What I'm trying to say is that...
Say it, John.
Get off your chest.
There's definitely, and I'm taking... to me, I think that we always talk about men and women in a different, women get treated differently and men get treated differently. I try to look at things very like the same. So if you are in the arena, whatever it might be, and you are having a moment at your job, you know what I'm saying? You check out, you like, yo, I can't do it today. I'm taking a mental health break. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go home. I'm shutting off my phone, whatever work that you had to do, now somebody else got to do it. So while I understand it is very important, you do have to take care of your mental health. There is repercussions for that. You know what I'm saying? Outside of just you. It's the same with her. Who plans for that?
They have backups.
Agreed. In other words, yes, that is the way that it is. Like KG was saying, everybody has to transition, womp. But nevertheless, that is the way that it is.
Did the Olympics continue?
At the same time, you know why?
Did the Olympics continue?
Nah, man, they had to stop it all because of
Thank you. I mean,
who said that? Nobody said that.
Str8 No Chaser.